Welcome back to the Living Good with Jacob Living Good podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Living Good. Man. All right. So I got to find my swing of things, right? 3 months since a podcast. You know what's funny? I actually use this podcasting platform more as like a diary, right? Like a video diary documenting my life, which is fun. Um, my last episode, being caught in the Matrix, being a slave in the Matrix, and it's really like cosplay, but it's actually true though. And man, these last 3 months, man, I want to talk about the valley of the shadow of death, or the valley of despair, or the lonely chapter, or the season in life where you no longer fit in with your old group of friends, but you're not developed and scaled up enough yet to fit into a new group. And so you're sort of just an outcast in everywhere, right? Look, and it's so challenging too when like it's this season where most things aren't lining up. Dude, this is not a life, man. This is the hardest chapter and season I've been through, right? So I was talking to one of my buddies, good buddy of mine, a couple days ago, and he was talking to me about, life and success and trying to make it. And we were talking about finances and where we're at. We were just like doing a little brainstorming session. He's like, bro, did you really make $14,000 in the last 30 days? And I was like, well, 38 days. And it was actually 15,000, not 14, but I ended up saving just over 13,500, right? And he's like, dude, that's so crazy. That's insane. Like that's beyond, far beyond where I'm at. I'm just scrunching by trying to put it all together. And then I broke it down to him and I explained, like, dude, it's not that great actually, because here's the thing, dude, like that almost 40-day period, I'm getting up at 3:30 in the morning every day. Okay, I'm missing gym sessions sometimes because I'm working 16 hours a day, right? 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm not even having time to like do laundry or cook, right? Like that's an afterthought. My business is completely shelved. The vast majority of that income is coming from indentured servitude or financial serfdom, right? Trading time for money and occupational slaveship. The majority, like 95% of it. I'm 40 days behind on my deliverables for my business. There's been weeks where I haven't even got to turn my computer on. I don't have proper systems built up. And so, right, like the things that limit people often, time and money. You have time constraints, you have money constraints, right? So most people that are in financial serfdom, they're eating the steak proverbially, right? I really like that analogy from the Matrix, right? They're a slave in the Matrix, and whether they're aware of it or not, if they're aware of it, they're eating the steak. If they're not aware of it, they're just unconscious incompetence. They don't even know, which honestly, that's a better life, bro. Like, you don't want this. You don't want to go through this chapter. It's bro, I'll break it all down. Like it's insane. But when you're walking through this, right, it's like, well, how am I going to put the pieces of the puzzle together? Because I need some money and I need enough cash flow so that I can actually focus on my business as I get it scaled to critical mass where it can pay for my lifestyle expenditures. So I have a money constraint there. So I have to trade some of the time that I have that I could be building my business to go trade it for money, where I'm doing an occupational slave ship or indentured servitude, a role, just over broke, right? And then now I'm trading the time, and then now the money's coming in, and okay, cool. I've got money now, but now I don't have any time. And then now when I switch back over to focusing on building the business, there's a couple of problems. One, now my cash flow regresses massively because the majority of the cash flow in this phase of life is coming through occupational roles. So now the cash flow goes down substantially just to build the business, right? And now I can't implement the systems I need to implement in the same way because that takes money, right? And even worse than that, right? As soon as you've been in the Matrix, you've been doing this occupational role, it's like, it's exhausting spiritually, mentally, physically too, depending on the role you're doing. The role I'm doing currently, physically, very physically. And so you get this all done, And then you find 1, 2, 3 hours to sit down at your spaceship to go ahead and work on those roles that you need to do, the things that are the clerical task work for your business. And now you're battling executive dysfunction, like bad, like critical overload, like insane procrastination. You can't anything but that. Anything. You sit down, you're ready to lock in. Boom. I'm scrolling. Wait, actually, no. I have to go cook. I have to eat. Wait, no. Actually, let me check my email. Wait. Let me open up Clash Royale and play a couple games. Bro, your time's exhausted. It's gone because you're mentally tapped out. You're at the limit, bro. And you know what makes this even worse? And right, this is why I say, like, if you're just unconscious incompetence, you're a slave in the matrix, you're not even thinking grandiose about building a vision for your life, dude, it's honestly better, bro. Like, do you know how far your life has to regress initially in order to build a business to critical mass? Because when you're just doing your occupational role, and perhaps, it's a different story when you're living beyond your means financially, you're peacocking to make it look like you're more successful. And so you're really having to work really hard and pick up extra shifts and try to find loop arounds to make more money because you've strapped yourself to too many financial expenditures. But say that's not you, and you're just doing your occupational role, you're living within your means, you do your job, you don't love it, it's all right, whatever, I'll do it. You do the job, then you're off. On your off hours, you're off, dude. Do whatever you want. You want to go hang out with friends. You want to go clubbing. You want to just chill at home and eat pretzels and watch Netflix. Great. That's all great. You can do whatever you want. You're your own person. You have your own free will. Great. You're off. You don't have any priorities that you need to actually facilitate. Nothing's banking on your shoulders. You're chill. You're just chilling. That doesn't exist. That it's worse, bro, because when you are, like, we could break it down in the cash flow quadrant sectors, right? When you're just a W-2, you're just an employee, bro. Like, you get paid your hourly, you leave, you're done. Okay. When you become a business owner but have yet to implement systems and hire people to help manage the roles, you're wearing all the hats. So all the occupational roles inside the business are all you. Everything depends on you. But even worse than that, one, you're not getting paid, okay? And two, so work stops when you're not working. You're not getting paid for this. And it's always looming over your head. There's always more stuff to do. So you can't relax. You can't turn your brain off. It's 24/7. It's always going. And so that is looming over your head when you're doing something like an occupational role and you're like, I'm supposed to be doing this. I should be doing this. This has more positive effect for my life. Now, by the way, this entire story, everything I'm describing here sounds like I'm complaining. I want to be very clear. I'm not complaining. In fact, there's a huge value-based takeaway to take away from here, okay? One, all the entrepreneurs online that tell you, oh, it's so easy. This is just the easiest thing. All you have to do is this, that, and the other thing. It's done. It's simple. No, it's not. Okay, it'll be the hardest thing you've ever done. They're lying to you because they're trying to sell you something. All right, it's as simple as that. It's very challenging, and that's just as simple as it is. However, while it sounds like I'm complaining about the lonely chapter in this season that I'm walking through, this tribulation, actually, I'm not complaining. As much as I want to title this, like, I hate my life, and I probably will because it's clickbaity, right? My life sucks. My life's boring, whatever. I don't know. I wouldn't rather be doing anything else, dude. Like, what else would I be doing, dude? This is it. This is it. Because the vision that I'm working on actualizing is literally living for a living and monetizing all my creative and artistic passions. Like, I'm future authoring where I'm going to be in 5-10 years from now, and then I'm working backwards. And this just so happens to be the process, the pruning of my character and the test necessary so that when the time comes, I'm that type of person. I'm the type of guy that can hold those blessings, right? So it's like, oh man, this is tough. This sucks. Some days I wake up and I'm not just spiritually, mentally, and physically exhausted, but I'm just like cooked, bro. Like, my mind, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. I'm gonna veg out today. This is stupid. Why did I even embark on this path? This sucks, dude. What even is my purpose here anymore? This is dumb. I'm mad at God. I'm like praying and I'm like, dude, what the heck, man? Because I was in these ups. It was going great, and then it's down, and then I'm just in spiritual, basically, like, I've been left, dude. I'm in spiritual purgatory here. Nothing's lining up. Everything's failing. My phone gets destroyed and breaks at the gym. Oh, man, that sucks. All right, well, I'll go ahead and scalp a good deal on Facebook Marketplace to get a new phone today. Boom, get scammed for $800. Okay, wow, that's great. I've got a Chapter 7 bankruptcy because I was over leveraged and I took a business opportunity that I thought was divine prosperity and alignment. Boom, actually it wasn't. They were bad people, and boom, I'm left with nothing. Everything's taken away from me. 4 years of my life, boom, gone like that. Complete waste, complete misdirection, and now I'm back starting from ground zero with experience. Okay, that sucks. Well, I've got a Chapter 7, so you know what? I'm going to pay this credit consultant to go ahead and fix that, get rid of my delinquent accounts on my Chapter 7. Boom, scam for $2,500. All right. Well, you know what? That sucks. Well, why don't I go ahead and try this other person that is in my warm network? Boom, scammed for another $2,500. Like, what? What? And then I go back to my warm connection and I'm like, brother, your guy scammed me. Like, what's going on? He's like, oh, I got another guy. It's $2,500. And I'm like, bro, J. Cole, you fool me once. I'm not going to get scammed again. So this all happened in a matter of 4 weeks. I get scammed out of $6,500. I'm just trying to make my life better, dude. Why is everything that I'm trying failing cataclysmically? Like, everything that I'm trying to do is failing bad. And it's just impasse after impasse after impasse. Barrier, tribulation. A relationship of 2.5 years, boom, ended. I'm depressed, bro. My life sucks. It absolutely sucks. This is the hardest season I've ever walked through. And that's some days, bro. And it probably does sound like I'm complaining. I'm not, though. This is great. You know why it's great? Because all the while, some days I wake up and I'm very furious. And I'm like, this sucks. Go to the gym in a hoodie. I'm usually cheerful, smiling, talking to people. My people know. Don't leave him alone. All right. He's locked in. But look, some days it's like that. Other days, bro, I've in this season where everything is falling apart. It feels like this is the end. This is the breaking point where I can't go any further. It's over. I'm cooked. I lost. I give up. But in the days where I'm actually invigorated and I'm doing the DMOs, I'm doing my PQOs, I'm hitting my metrics, my KPIs are going great. I feel good. I'm meditating. I'm grounding. I'm praying a lot. In this season, I've gotten a lot closer in my spiritual walk with God, right? And on the days where I am fired up and invigorated, my faith, my resolve has never... Well, hold on. My resolve has never been stronger. Right? That's Palpatine. I'm not evil, guys. All right? I'm not Dark Anakin, all right? I might be Prime Anakin, but not Nightfall Anakin, all right? So, look, I'm walking the good path, or at least I'm trying my best. But some days, bro, I'm getting tested, man. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to crash out. Now, look, all right? Where am I? I don't even know what I'm talking about, man. Basically, my resolve's never been stronger. And I know as a matter of fact, because of my ethos and how I believe, right? I know that there is a breaking point coming, and that breaking point is the financial, the spiritual, the love pillar. Everything is going to come to a precipice, and it's all going to break. It's all going to line up. I'm not going to see how it was coming to that head, but when I look back, it'll all make sense, and I'll go, yeah, that makes sense, all right? I get it. I see why everything had to fall apart in order for all this to fall together. And I know my faith has never been as strong as it is now, where I know beyond, I don't have any doubt anymore. I'm like, look, even on the days where I'm vibrationally bad and I'm upset and I'm furious and I'm not doing a lot, my PQOs are going bad because I'm just in a bad framework and a bad perspective, state of mind. Even on those days, I still know within I don't know, days, weeks, months, maybe another 1, 2, 3, 4 years. I don't know. But even on the bad days, I'm like, dude, it's infallible. Nothing, literally aside from me dying, nothing could happen that's going to stop me from, I'm not giving up. I'm not turning back. So I'm going to actualize everything I'm working on, no matter how difficult it gets. Even on the bad days, that's my take. And I know it, dude. I feel it. I see it. And see why I'm telling people like this sucks, bro. This is the worst thing ever. This is the worst chapter, the lonely chapter. Bro, like today, for example. Okay, look. I'm trying to record a podcast. All the content quality is bad. I have to go spend 2 hours on my querying an LLM because I'm having a tech stack problem. I have to diagnose and fix that tech stack. Yesterday, I spent 3 hours coding an LLM and API calls. I'm not a software developer, and I'm over here having to do software developing. And by the way, I can learn stuff. That's fine. I'm totally cool with always learning. I love that. But now this is time consuming. I had to spend 3 hours today cooking and cleaning and preparing for the work week for my indentured servitude, right? And I also have to curate content for my brand so that I can continue building my business. And then I also have to find some time to breathe and drink water. I also got to shower, got to go to the gym. Like there's not enough hours in the day to do everything that I have to do to make myself feel as though I was a success today because I checked all the boxes in my life that are moving the needle forward. It is not humanly possible because I'm one person and there's too much stuff to do. And so you have to delegate, automate, and pick what am I going to get done today? As you build the systems and get better and better and better, 1% a day, all you're doing is trying to figure out how am I going to accomplish more. And it's all falling apart while at the same time it's all falling together, right? Like also another thing, I'm going to have a job, a career path for a while. I'm not going to go 100% all in only on business. While I will all be all in on business, I will also have an occupational role. And I am in the final process, which I'm not going to talk about yet, but I'm in the final process, hiring process of like it's not my dream career because I've never dreamed of a job, but of all the career paths I could take, it is literally like S tier. It is the best that could possibly happen, and extremely high pay. I have a high aptitude for it. It's going to be fun. Like pension, the whole nine. It's a crazy, crazy good opportunity. I'm in the final processes of that as well. And so like I see it. I see all the pieces of the puzzle aligning. But in the meantime, dude, I'm waking up and I'm just trying to do what I'm trying to do. And I see the long-term path, but like the short-term, I'm cooked, bro. Like every day I'm hitting 65, 70%, 75 if I'm lucky on my PQOs, on the KPIs, the things I'm tracking to do every day that I need to do, I'm maybe hitting 70% efficiency. Like I can't remember the last time I hit 100% efficient. I don't think I ever have, actually. Since starting entrepreneurship, I don't think I've ever done 100% of everything I set out to do that day. I don't think that's ever happened. And which is actually like quite reassuring if you're like early on in the entrepreneurial endeavor, like dude, you don't really need to be good, bro. Just do it. You don't need to be great to start. You just need to start in order to be great. And that's absolutely true, dude. Just take the first step and you're going to be just fine, even though it's going to be chaotic, hectic, and terrible. But to go back to the analogy of the steak, dude, like you have to make your life willfully and intentionally much more difficult to actualize a dream of yours. Because when you're just being a meaningless, and I wouldn't say meaningless, that's not right. You're either a wandering generality or a meaningful specific. Wandering versus meaningless, right? You're not meaningless. Nobody's meaningless. But if you're just a wandering generality, like, dude, life's actually pretty easy, bro. Just do your job, get your money, and then go do whatever it is that you want to do. The problem with it is, and this infuriates me, man, probably the worst part about having a job is it's not the trading my time for money or the having to put aside my business temporarily in order to go do an occupational slave ship that I'd rather not do. That's not even the worst part, dude. It's fine. It's whatever. I can do it. I'm already in a leadership role in my current position. It's whatever, dude. Because I'm an excellent business owner, I'm also a savant as an entrepreneur, as an employee, right? The worst part, dude, is like my coworkers, one, trying to they're trying to relate to me and social, like just talking in jest, trying to relate with people. And they're like trying to relate with me about dumb stuff, like stuff that like I feel like Patrick Bateman, dude. I'm just like tuned out completely and entirely. And I'm like, dude, like they're talking to me about getting drunk and blackout drunk at the bars on the weekend. One person's talking to me about hooking up with this girl in his college class. Like, bro, debauchery, man. You make me sick. I'm sick just thinking about what you think is fun. I hate that for you, man. I'm all about the teachings of Jesus Christ, and I'm trying to do better, man. So I don't hate anyone as an individual. I still love you, but like the fact that that's where your consciousness is, like I am disgusted, and instead of saying something vitally cruel and rude to you, I'm just gonna shut up and turn around and walk away without saying anything, because I don't have anything positive to say to you right now, because I can't believe that that's what you think's good, dude. You're trying to get blackout drunk and hook up with women. Like, bro, please stay away from me. You're demon possessed. I don't want anything to do with you. Like, that's the worst part, bro. That, or, dude, another thing that infuriates me, bro. Oh, man. Like, if you're in the Matrix and you're, doing just fine, whatever, dude. You're happy. You don't have a broader purpose that you want to pursue. Great, dude. That's awesome. But if you're going to complain about your life circumstances and then complain about, financial struggling and all this stuff, you're making all these complaints, and then you get tangible real world advice that's applicable to your life, that's actually beneficial, and then you just shirk it off and you're like, no, what do you know? You just keep going. It's like, bro, what? You oh my goodness, you're complaining about finances, and then literally not 2 sentences later, you're talking about going out clubbing this weekend. What are you talking about? Like, I can't relate, dude. I can't relate to you in any way. We're not the same. We are not the same. I was once in your shoes. I'm trying to help you out, pull you out of the pit, and you're not listening, bro. It's a struggle. But anyways, back on par. Look, I think I have ADHD, undiagnosed. Maybe I have the TISM. I don't know. But look, man, your life's going to get a lot more difficult when you get intentional and try to build a life. And I'm in that season right now. And I'm going to the gym still consistently. I'm eating, I'm like peak. I just touched 9% body fat, single digits, while being shredded. I'm actually fired up. I look like a superhero, and I'm just getting started. So that's awesome. I managed to lock that pillar in: health, wealth, love, and happiness. And I've got wealth locked in. Like, dude, I'm sitting on a large amount of capital, ready to make moves. I'm waiting, right? Slowing it down, being patient. Literally, the story I shared 10 minutes ago, I really did get scammed for $6,500 in a matter of 25 days. Like, I'm trying to relax, dude. All right, look, here's a cool key. When you're highly favored, you're anointed, you're one of God's favorite, you're God's child, you're being willful and intentional in your life. You're also favored by the devil, dude. I mean, look, the devil's gonna leave you alone if you're getting blackout drunk and you're hooking up with girls in your college class. The devil's got you, bro. He doesn't need to bother you. He's gonna leave you alone. You're a lost cause. He's already got you in his grasp. All right. But when you are willful and intentional, you're following the word of God, you're working on being as righteous as possible and actualizing something that's profound for the likeness and the will of God, so that you can affect positive change for the kingdom of God on heaven on earth. Dude, you're going to get monkey wrenches bigger than you can even perceive. Like, it's going to be insane. And that's what I've been battling, just tribulation after tribulation. So I need to relax on making investments. I need to really, really lean heavy into tapping in with the Holy Spirit and knowing, hey, is this intuition? Is this like, am I really going, do I need to do this opportunity that's in front of me? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Or am I supposed to turn left and ignore that? Or am I supposed to just wait and it'll shake out by itself? I don't really have to do anything. No actions necessary. Slowing it down and making sure that the decisions I'm making, because I'm at a pinnacle. I'm at a big point, a shift, right? And so I got to make sure I'm not doing anything stupid. Man, dude, it's heavy, bro. It's really, and I was talking to one of my buddies, business partner, divine masculine, not going through all exactly the same things, but it's like it's weirdly mirrored, you know? It's like a lot of the similar stuff. Heavy stuff, bro. Heavy stuff. We're filtering through and just trying to put it all together, man. And I think I'm doing it, honestly. Like I know this episode, this is probably the realest and rawest episode I've done up to date. And maybe it does sound, maybe you're grabbing that I feel like I'm complaining. I'm really not. I promise you. I'm just laying it out. And right, there's two sides of the coin, right? I'm laying it out as real and raw as possible. Like I'm going through this season where health we're dialed, right? But wealth, like so many things are going awry, impasse after impasse. Love, dude, I'm actually pretty sure, like I'm pretty sure, dude, I don't even want to say 100% convinced because spelling words are really important. I pray to God, I really do pray to God about this all the time. I hope that I don't live the life of Paul, but like at this point, I'm thoroughly convinced, not 100%, but I'm pretty certain that like I have 100% hit rate at being really poor at picking partners. I'm not good at it. So I've given up, okay? Like I've got some friends at the gym, they're women, they're conventionally attractive. I will not talk to them first. And if I do, if you talk to me and I'll be nice, I'll smile, I'll talk to you back, but I am not flirting with you. Please stay away from me, okay? Women scare me. All right. I don't want to think about getting involved with you because I don't want to pick, because if I pick, I'm going to be wrong. I have 100% effectiveness at being wrong every single time. So I'm going to relax. All right. Maybe I have to live the life of Paul. Maybe I'm never going to get married, which sucks because one of my biggest, after actualizing all these dreams and visions on my vision board, the only thing I care about is becoming a father and a husband. Like, and that's changed from I wanted a wife and kids. Now I really just want to be a father and a husband. That's an internal game instead of an external game, right? Shape me, who I am, affect what I can control and be the best I can be instead of possessive, right? But I don't know, dude. I've given up. Like, dude, health. I'm good. I know that I'm good. I can figure that one out. I'm locked in. Wealth. I'm doing all right. I'm doing probably better than I ever have, and I'm building stuff I own 100% of. So I'm getting paid for my work instead of not getting paid for my work and building someone else's dream and then getting hoisted out. Like, come on, bro. I'm never making that mistake again. Love, dude. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm cooked. I'm done. Stay away from me. Hey, woman, you're way too close. Pepper spray. You probably don't know that meme. It's a internet culture, dude. Maybe we just started popping off. Maybe I'm gonna put the lizard sound effect on my soundboard right here. Lizard. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe you don't scroll as much as me. Doom scrolling is actually product market research when you do it intentionally. Set a timer. I'm not even kidding. I'm not being fictitious or making a joke right now. I'm being dead serious. If you set a timer and you're a content creator, because the best content creators just steal, dude. You just rip other people's stuff and just make it your own, slightly varianted. Okay, that's absolutely how you grow on social media. Not even a joke, not fictitious. But if you set a timer and you just doom scroll a little bit and send yourself some stuff, like that can actually be highly effective. All right, I'm not joking. Happiness or the fulfillment pill. I get rid of happiness. Forget happiness, dude. Just like Andrew Tate said, dude. Like, and it's so true, man. Fun's not fun anymore, dude. I don't want to have fun. Like, dude, the last rave I went to in 2022, last music festival, EDM festival, bro, dude. I mean, I got dejected, and I got black sheeped out of the flow arts community. People hated me because I was like, hey, man, stop doing drugs and maybe set a definite aim and a vision for your life and work to achieve that and be better. And they're like, you think you're better than me? And I'm like, I did not say that, but okay. Yeah. And so I got dejected from that community, so nobody liked me, which sucks because like I felt so demoralized because all I wanted to do was serve the community. And then I'm sitting here, I'm at the rave, not having much fun. I'm looking up at the visuals and I'm just seeing all this satanic symbolism. And I was just not, dude, I wasn't even dancing anymore or vibing. I was just standing there like thinking, the Holy Spirit discernment was hitting me in the back of my cerebellum going, dude, what are you doing? Why are you here? This is not like in the divine order or orchestration for you. What are you even doing here, man? Like, just go home, leave. This is not the place for you. And I never went back, man. So like, I don't even want to have fun. Fun is stupid. I'm chasing real dopamine, right? I'm trying to sit in ice baths, lock in the dopamine and serotonin boost from that, norepinephrine. I'm trying to go to the gym. I'm trying to build my temple, get stronger, hit new PRs. I'm trying to talk to strangers and see if I can help them get some clarity on their life's purpose and how they can adopt things habits and systems that will help them move forward towards that. Like, dude, I don't want to have fun, man. Like, fun is stupid. So I get rid of the happiness pillar. I substitute it for fulfillment. And you know how much fulfillment, dude, I find in doing this? Like, and by the way, even on the days where I'm at 60% efficiency on my DMOs, dude, at the end of the day when I'm journaling and I'm reviewing the day and I'm making sure everything's set up for the next day, which, by the way, huge success habit right there, dude. Even on the days where I feel like it was an L, where I'm like, dude, this sucks. When I'm praying, I always am grateful. When I'm praying, even on the really character building days that just sucked, I'm always grateful, man. I'm still alive. I'm still pushing forward. I don't really see the light at the end of the tunnel over here. I don't know what's going on. But you know what? We did it though today. We might have not done it great, but whatever. It's going to be fine. I'm going to keep going. So thank you, God, for the day. I'm sorry that, you give me the grace and the abundance, and then I show you that I'm worthy of the things I'm asking for through my discipline. And you know what? Today, I didn't do so great at that, but you still provided abundantly. So, like, shout out God. So even on the days where it's hard, I'm still grateful that I even had the opportunity to try and do hard stuff. So, like, there's no losing, bro. There really isn't any losing, because what is losing? Losing's not real, because if you fail in the pursuit of doing something, and then instead of getting all mopey and then quitting, that's failing. If you just get mopey and quit, then all you're guaranteeing is that it's never going to happen. But if you fail and then you're like, well, why did that fail? And then you can ruminate on that and figure that out and go, okay, well, how about the next time I do it, I don't do that again. And guess what? And then probably you're going to fail again, and you're like, what the heck? I didn't do the thing I did the first time. And then, well, why did it happen again? And then you keep doing that enough, and all of a sudden you're going to find the way through. And then you're winning again. So the losing is just like a temporary setback back to the winning. There is no way to actually lose except quitting. So yeah, man, I know I'm working like a psychopath. Okay. And go rope back to the thing I said in the very beginning when my buddy is like, dude, I'm trying to make ends meet. You're over here making $14K a month. And I'm like, brother, I made $14K that month. I don't make that every month. And I did that because I worked incessantly 16 hours a day. My health was sacrificed. My food, my temple, I'm abusing my body. I'm doing 1,000 milligrams of caffeine every day. Like, this is so not sustainable. This is the dumbest thing I've ever done, bro. But when I do something, I go all in. I'm just an all in type person. So I'm just in. Like, if I'm going to trade time for money to get some money to bootstrap my business, then I'm going to trade all the time for all the money. Okay. And that's what I'm doing. And it's dumb. To my own detriment, right? There's a healthy way to do that. I'm doing it the unhealthy way. So I was like, bro, that's not like, don't, do as I say, not as I do type thing. Like, that's dumb. Don't do that. And I did that. And then I've taken 4 days off. And, funny enough, in those 4 days off, I've been dialed in. The first 2 days, I had executive dysfunction so bad, like really my PQOs were 15%, bro. Like I went to the gym. Like, that's what I got done, bro. I went to the gym, batched a couple of pieces of content. That's about it, dude. Like, I tried to turn the camera on to do some content production. Creative, gone. It's not there, dude. I can't focus. I can't say the words I need to be saying. I try to film it 10 times. Give up. Get angry. Give up. Like, But the second 2 days, yesterday and then now today I'm invigorated. I got so much creative energy. I filmed 15 pieces of content today. I don't, and I'm doing first podcast I've done in 4 months. I don't know. I'm dialed in. And guess what? Guess what, dude? In the chapter, The Lonely Season, tomorrow I go into my indentured servitude. I go back into the work week, back into financial serfdom. I get it, bro. I 100% get why people just don't have ambition and they don't try, and they're just like, I'm just gonna be a slave, get my 401k, my Roth IRA, retire at 65. Like, dude, what else am I gonna do? I get it. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, bro. This season sucks, but at the same time, because now again, you may feel like I'm complaining. Flip the coin on the other side. At the same time, I'm so grateful that it sucks and it's so difficult and challenging, because that means everybody else that's trying, that I don't feel they have the moral character and the righteousness to succeed, and then they fail and they give up. Good. You didn't deserve it anyways, because you can get your character pruned through the difficult season. I'm good with it, dude. So I'm cool with it being really hard. But like, hey, God, let's ratchet it down like a couple levels, huh? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not omnipotent, so I don't know. Maybe I need the levels, Maybe it needs to be this hard. But like, let's turn it down. Let's stop getting scammed, okay? Like, at least stop getting me. I'm a slave, and I'm trading time for money just to get ahead of my business, and then I try to make a move, and then I get scammed. Like, I just lost literal time, not just money. I literally lost time of my life. Let's just tone the levels down a little bit, huh? Yeah, dude, this season is crazy. Another thing, like, how long can this season last, dude? Because, Alex Hermosi talked about it, and he said, realistically, the lonely season, for most people, it ranges, but it could last anywhere between 6 and 9 months to 5 years. And I hope it's not 5 years, dude. Oh, yeah, dude, that'd be just something else. But if it was, I'll still survive, dude. Like, I'm gonna be fine. So that's where I'm at, mentally, spiritually, vibrationally. Physically, we're good. Physically, golden. My back hurts a little bit, but that's just because I just hit back 2 times in the last 2 days. Because I've been going to the gym twice a day, in the morning at 4 a.m. and then at night at 8 p.m. and then showering up and then getting ready to go back at 4 a.m. Like, I don't know why I'm doing that. I go big. I can focus. I can only control the controllables. And if health is the thing that I'm able to control really well, and then I'm falling behind creatively, I said the right word, but with the wrong emphasis. If I'm falling behind creatively, see, there we go. And I can control health, dude, I'll just drop everything and be like, I'm going to the gym again. I don't care. Slow down, go to the gym. And maybe that's not a healthy coping mechanism. You know what? I think that's the best part about this podcast as a diary of sorts. I've got a lot of wisdom to share. I can help you in a lot of capacities. And I can also provide self-awareness, conscious awareness when it comes to, hey, this is what I'm doing and this is not a good idea. Okay, that's not a healthy coping mechanism, probably. 100% not. So, yeah. Fun times, great times. Fired up, actually, because, like I said, what would I rather be doing? Not doing anything? No. Okay. No. Also, yeah, another thing with the whole perpetual things are falling, I've got so many pots on the stove and things are falling through the cracks. After 9 years of future authoring it and wanting to do it and wanting to be a moto vlogger, I've got a motorcycle. I've got my fully built moto vlogging helmet. I got everything. I got the whole setup. I'm ready to go. And then I can't figure out how to find a couple hours to go film a vlog, riding the motorcycle, and then editing it, and then cross-posting and clipping it up. Like, I can't, how am I going to find the time to do that? Oh man. And then I want to buy some cars at auction and rebuild them, because that's a passion project of mine. I haven't done that in 9 months, haven't been rebuilding any cars. Where am I going to find the time to do that? I've got the money to do it. I don't have the time to do it. I'm tired of flip-flopping between I've got a time constraint but no money constraint, and then I've got a money constraint but now no time constraint. Like, we got to fix this, man. Yeah. It's tough out here, dude. I don't know, man. All I know for certain is this is great. And why I say it's great is because, like, this season is more difficult. My issues are becoming glaringly obvious to me, which means I'm taking in more conscious awareness of, all right, well, if this is my impasse and I fix that, then I'll have a new impasse or I'll have a breakthrough, right? And if I keep fixing the impasses long enough, the breakthrough will show up. So I'm actually fired up about it, and I couldn't be more blessed. I really couldn't, even though, we've been saying a lot of negative stuff on this pod. It's actually positive stuff because, like I said, winning and losing is just a stepping stone to winning, because losing is where you learn, and then you learn, you implement what you learned, and then you win. So it's awesome, dude. And, man, I'm in the place right when I get hired for this occupational role that's a government position that I can't talk about yet. Probably won't even ever maybe talk about it on social media, actually. But once I get that role and I'm stationed, I'm already in the place right now to go ahead and use my FHA loan to get my first property. I'm going to get a quadplex. So get into real estate, touching into there. So, I mean, I've saved. That's why I've been working like a maniac, trying to get the cash flow to do that. And I'm there. Got the cash flow. I've got the cash flow, and I've got the money set aside for the 3.5% or 5% if I want to go conventional. So that's done. That's done. Let's go, dude. That's a huge bullet point on the vision board. So you see, that's the interesting thing, right? As I talk through this, it's like a diary, a video podcast by myself where I'm just talking through. This is like therapy almost. With the right perspective, right? Like, I'm complaining about how everything's so hard, but then you see, while it feels like earth-shattering, everything's falling apart, at the same time, I can very clearly see the things that are falling together. Like, for example, another thing. Paying $35 a month for a SaaS product that allows me to have top of funnel and cross-post across all of my 15 social media platforms, because it's very easy to do. It's just time consuming, and I literally can't find the time to do it because I have 15 different platforms, and it takes 10 to 15 minutes to film, edit, and post with all the copy on one piece of content. So, like, that's just literally, that's an 8-hour occupational role right there. Don't have the time for that. So, paying for this software to cross post, and, got into a closed beta for software one time, really good deal. And this was 4 months ago, but closed beta, it's literally not programmed properly. It doesn't work. You have to submit query tickets with the support team so that they can fix all the coding errors. And this has been I've spent, dude, I'm embarrassed, bro. I don't even want to tell you how many hours I've spent trying to troubleshoot and diagnose and fix this. A lot more than is practical. Like, a lot more than any sane person would have said, this is stupid, and gone back to the monthly subscription software of $35 a month instead of having lifetime access to some stupid tool that doesn't even work. Any normal person would have been like, I'm just going to pay the $35. But just 3 days ago, actually got it working for the first time. That's a huge cataclysmic breakthrough, because that'll allow me to have top of funnel and 100x my content output on all my social media platforms, which theoretically, I mean, it's causality, it's correlated, but not absolutely one-to-one connected. But theoretically, that should lead to a 5 to 10x on my income, right? Which could be huge, right? Because that'd fix my money constraint indefinitely, and then that would allow me to automate, delegate, and fix my time constraint too. That'd fix everything. So, and it would fix everything. It will fix everything. That's coming. It's on the way. I built an AI clone, a highly trained model that is one-to-one replica of me. You'll see a podcast coming out soon with it. It's actually quite scary. It's quite scary, actually. It's insane. It mimics my voice, my inflection, my tonality, my movement, everything. So weird. So, like. I compared it to a real photo that I took, next side by side, that are similar lighting effects. The AI looks more real than the real photo. Like that's like I can't even begin to comprehend that, dude. So, but that's also going to allow me to 100x. So 100x my content output twice. Now we're 1000x. Now there's no way I don't hit my gold play button on my personal brand, my Jacob Living Good brand. No way. It's coming, dude. It's inevitable. It will happen. I just got to get through this tough season. And by the way, like tough is subjective too. Like, is it tough, bro? Because every day I get up, every day, like when I first started doing literally sub-freezing ice baths, 27 degrees Fahrenheit, when I first started, like, yeah, dude, it was hard mentally, physically too. I'm like burnt to a crisp, bright red, like I just got sunburned. Hard stuff. Now it's like I just get in there, dude. My body has adapted to the ability, and it's not, I mean, yes, it's still cold, and I still get the, and I have to balance my regular, like, get all in line and take care of my respiratory system. But it's not what it was when I started. Like, it's just part of it. Like, when I got in the gym for the first time, dude, I didn't know what I was doing. I was uncomfortable. I was socially awkward. Like, people are judging me. I don't know what I'm doing. And I was fat. I was not self-confident. Dude, now I'm talking to random strangers every day. Every day of my life, I'm talking to random strangers. I'm going to the gym two times a day sometimes. I'm going for 4 hours. It's my happy place. So that wasn't like that at first. So is the season I'm going through really hard, or am I just at new levels and I'm like trying to adjust and circumnavigate the new level? I don't know. Probably that. So yeah, man, I think I feel it. Not I think, I know. I feel something big on the horizon. It's coming. It's coming right now. Maybe tomorrow, actually, though. But probably today. Yeah, it's on the way. So big things are coming. I'm gonna lock back into the podcasting game. I'm sorry, guys. Actually, one big thing to talk about, which is actually, I'm not trying to like gloat or toot my own horn. It's actually not crazy impressive, but I'm super proud of it, actually. I haven't posted in 3 months on a podcast here, Living Good with Jacob Living Good. However, for the niche keyword personal development, I'm ranked 76 globally. Like, dude, that's lit. Like, we're getting somewhere. People are listening. So I just think that's neat. And, for the listeners that are tapped in, I'm sorry, dude. That's my bad. Like, and it sucks too, because, right, you've got the 4 pillars: health, wealth, love, and happiness. Like, consistency, this is a huge personal development, spiritual development, business development key for everybody. Consistency is actually not variable, right? Like, and what I mean by that is, like, consistency it's siloed to each individual pillar. It's own, like, I'm consistent in the health. I'm dialed in, right? I'm not as not even close in the love, right? So it's like, it's siloed each individually. And I have not been consistent in the content production, which I'd put under the wealth pillar. I just, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to put the KPIs in. I'm trying to incorporate SOPs and make it so that I'm not dropping the ball anymore. But I've been dropping the ball bad. And for my true fans that are, watching and they're learning, getting educated, and taking what I'm talking about and using it to incorporate their lives and get better, dude, I'm sorry, man. I owe it to you to be better. So I'm going to try and be better, man. Always trying to be better. Hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. I love you. Peace.